I have been lucky in those who were around me from the boardroom to the dressing room. In times of stress, their unstinted support, unbroken devotion to our club and calmness in adversity eased the task of making Rangers Football Club the premier club in this country. To be a Ranger is to sense the sacred trust of upholding all that such a name means in this shrine of football. They must be true in their conception of what the Ibrox tradition seeks from them. No true Ranger has ever failed in the tradition set out. Our very success, gained you will agree by skill, will draw more people than ever to see it, and that will benefit many more clubs than Rangers. Let the others come after us. We welcome the cheese. It is healthy for us. We will never hide from it. Never fear. Inevitably, we shall have our years of failure, and when they arrive, we must reveal tolerance and sanity. No matter the days of anxiety that come our way, we shall emerge stronger because of the trials to be overcome. That has been the philosophy of the Rangers since the days of the gallant pioneers.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 1 of Rebuilding Rangers. As you can tell from here, it's been indifferent, shall we say. It started off draw and then we went on a run. Friendlies, but we are in the Champions League. We're almost at the playoffs. Hamilton today, the one game. And we did transfers. Who knew? The wage budget's looking healthy. We'll start with the outs. A lot of them you probably never featured last season or were out on loan. Harry Forrester's at St Johnstone. In hindsight, I was kind of like, I need a left midfielder, a double. He wasn't going to cut it too much for me, as you can tell. He's indifferent. Michael Hallen, who did score 19 goals for St Johnstone last season, 16 in the league and 30. Somewhere for they offered $1 million for him. I was like, I'm not turning it down. Lee Hodgson, you'll see why I've got rid of Lee. He played 21 appearances and scored 1 goal for us. He's playing well at Aberdeen. So fair play. Andy Halliday, never saw him. He's back down in England playing for QPR in, I think it's a championship they're in. Yeah. I'm building here as a kind of young Ranger squad for future. Joseph Dodu was one of those. He's not even made an appearance yet. Got a little bit of money for him. Carlos Pena was the biggest one to go out, and this was based on the fact he just wasn't doing it. We're still paying him for another 2 years. I never noticed that. 1.6, oh well. He's getting 14.5 grand, 1.6, that's getting paid by us. Okay. Every time I try to get him to, for the stats he's got, I wanted him to try and get a few youth players up to that kind of thing. He wouldn't work with them. He was disenchanted all the time. He just wasn't a player. And on of course, Aidan McAdams, just a youth prospect that's going out. It's not much for youth prospect. But anyway, the ends. Greg Kiltie, you see, he has played 3 appearances in the Champions League for us. He's growing into it slowly. His long throws, his tackling, stuff like this, it's all kind of come naturally to him. Also brought in this. This is why I have not kept Lee Hodgson. In fact, at 21, he was in the exact same star rating, effectively, as Lee Hodgson. You can see there, look, 1.5 to 2.5 star, based on what he has already. He's close, his aerials, he's got better technicals, better speed, better physical. He's going to outgrow Lee Hodgson effectively. 4.5 star. Came in as a free, and somehow the board thinks it's not a financial thing if you ever let him go. Jai Quint Ongo was brought in as well. Can play there. Brendan Moore's a right striker area. He can play out in the wings if need be. He can play there. Probably not the best suited, but he can. Right now he's in the under 20s. And I'm a little bit of game time down there. And we brought in Jørgen Strand Larsen, a player a lot of you'll know from you didn't get to see much of him in the Ajax save. He was a 5-star player then. There's the phone. He's okay. Trying to get him into that advanced forward 2-star. He's better than Ched Evans at this present moment. And then Victor Nielsen, brought in 5-star player, so it's a extra defensive midfielder but can play defensive midfielder as well. Defender as well. And just look at those stats. Don't know, that's his one negative. Has no strong opinion about the manager's selection. Yeah, that'll change. Hopefully. He's part of a little group, but he's not in it. But yeah, Florin and Miguel can also play central defender, so we've got an abundance at the moment. There's not really anyone else coming in. You can see our total has been good. Spent 2.1 in, well, out in 7.5, so our finances now are looking healthy, which means good considering I was only getting 25% of every player that was coming in. So we're going to try and keep this. We're now not going to spend it. Any contracts that they need it. We've got £9 to spend. We'll use this to cover this. So I doubt we'll do much in January. So yes, it is the first game of the season. We'll play Hamilton. Maybe play Rapid Wien, considering it's only 4 days apart. We might be a little bit of an extra episode. An extra long video again today. But yeah, you can see also St Mirren came up and Motherwell held our first game against our bitter rivals, who are now we're equal with on wins, is the 20th. Sorry guys, if it fits in to this, because it's not going to be. Yeah, it might fit in. It might fit in depending on about cup games and Champions League games and such. But yeah, so it's been a kind of indifferent. We did smash Karabag. Eventually, we were a little complacent, as you can tell from them. Struggled a bit. Karabag, we just smashed them and then just drew, because I just stuck on. Well, I did almost a full rotated squad and just have a little bit of fun. Rapid Wien, we dominated them and really should have won. But we'll go into today's game. Okay, thank you for letting me. Bruno Alves is suspended, so we'll put him in. We're going to move Kilty over, or do we? Right, we'll try Candace. Candace is still injured. Okay, we've got. Oh no, we don't. Can Jordan Thompson play there? He can. A youngster we've also called up. He can play there, but he can play here as well. So he's going to start. 21. You might not be around. I'm also going to try and bring in a left midfielder. So we've got an abundance of players now. Morales is injured, but he is due back in a couple of weeks. Josh Windass he's back. Suspended is Jamie Borjanis, who we brought on to cover Pena, considering he's a 5-star player and is growing. The experience will do him well, along with, we've got Liam Butt still here, still getting used at the present moment. He's only played a couple of substitute appearances, but I'm going to try these two over. I want to try and get this working a little bit. Nielsen, Rossiter's on. Miguel can come off for Lee Wallace. There's not much else. Anderson for Tavernier. Cardoso's just going to have to wait unless I put on Jean. No, we'll keep it like that just now. Fordringham also comes back in for Alnwick at the present moment. So yeah, sorry, doing a little bit of a thing. So with Candace injured, we've got Anderson on the bench. He can play in there, and as you can tell, they've all bounced up since winning the league. We're all got very expensive players in certain places. Jason Holt he's 3-star. Yeah. So we'll get into this. Playing against Hamilton Academical. it's a bit of an indifference, it has to be said. There's been a lot of talk of the from the media kind of hang of selling Carlos Pena and how it affected. It made no difference. I think the whole team was right good. He's gone. But anyway, this is the Hamilton Academical team: Rojano, Esquiel, Gillespie, Crawford, Kuhn, Donati, with McMahon, Saris, Thomas, Jacobs, and Lentz in goal. So on the bench for them, we've got Woods, Sunkundaris, Yorick, Bingham, McKinnon, Bernati, and Redmond. And obviously on our bench is Alnwick, Anderson, Nielsen, Evans, Miguel, Jack, Rudden, and of course Fordringham, Tavernier, Cardoso, Wilson, Wallace, Rossiter, Kilty, Thompson, Holt, Herrera, and Strand Larson play. Again, we will quickly get through all this. Really should just set this up for my assistant manager to do, but it's a clicking exercise. Also remember, click end team talk and you'll get this message, or a message coming up for kick-off. It kind of just confirms it. So off we go. Holt, we now need to bring back up the table. Oh, nearly. Oh, they've got a lot of injuries. We've got a fresher squad, just considering there's no knocks to our defence or one of our better players in midfield, and literally their almost bench is full of players that have taken knocks. What I've noticed is there's a lot of thigh strains or bruised knees coming in just at the start of pre-season. Apart from the Graham Dorns one, but Herrera's through. Herrera makes it 1-0 within 12 minutes. The title defence is on. We have a lot to do. Oh yeah, we'll move up just a second because we're on goal difference at the present moment. That's a nice ball from Holt to Herrera to Kilty, whose first instinct straight away in his debut in the Premier League is to put Herrera in. We got him from obviously relegated Kilmarnock, so straight away he's made an impression. That's our first shot on target as well as our first shot, so that's looking good straight away. Coming into this league, I haven't weakened the team. I don't think I've strengthened it beyond overpowered. It's got a little bit of strength in there. Obviously you've got players like Thomas, Kilty, Strand Larson that obviously need to come up to speed, but it's in Nielsen as well, but that's always expected of teams, as Ali Crawford does get the ball. Ezekiel Rossiter just does enough, needs to be careful though. Tavernier. It's getting these players up to speed, but as the season goes on they will go up. Holt, Kilty. Greg Kilty struggled out in that left, but I think I've been playing him out in the left just because I've got no other option at the moment. But putting him out in the right, he's going to be good as a backup to Candeas, which means Graham Dorrans can operate more in the middle, which as you've seen from last season, Graham Dorrans is absolutely belting it when he does put in some belters and scores some goals for us when he is playing in the middle. So that's the thing that I've got Holt and Doris playing in there, along with a couple of youngsters as backup. So, Jordan Rossiter. We've got an abundance of players in everything apart from left wing, which we've also got Jordan Thompson there now. But with the loss of Declan John, it's kind of losing maybe 5, 6, I think it was about 7 goals he scored. So you've got 7 goals out of the squad that helped us in games last season. So I've got to try and find a way to find those 7 goals in other areas, effectively. But keeping the retentions of Bruno Alves and Cardoso as a partnership. Strand Larson not doing enough. He's not. Nerves, I think. I don't know. As Hamilton come through, the defence is wide open. Fordingham puts his big hands to it. I think it's going to be a kind of topsy-turvy season. I'm not sure for us, but I think just in general the league, there have been signings galore. Celtic apparently have ripped their own squad apart. They've got, we'll quickly run through, it might be just one game, we'll run through the transfer history. So up to this point of Scottish football, Something I never did last season actually. I should have really done that in the January and the first windows just to see where everyone's at. But half time, we're kind of even. It's a kind of evenish game. But Strand Larson, keep him on there for now. But we are going to take Ross off just for that booking. There's not a lot else going on, which I'm all happy about. The whole team, the players are ready to walk through walls. Oh my days. That is exactly what you want to hear and see come up on a screen. That's a long ball. Oh, that was a oof. Oh dear. Don't know what that was meant to be. Now James Tavernier looking a little bit complacent. Wallace sticks his head into that ball. Larson should be doing quicker. This is where you need Morales because he'll be on that. As there's a saying, I'm about to say an old saying. It's not that old. Since Morales has joined in real life, it's called feed the buffalo and he will score. That's effectively what happened last season. Well, he's almost 40 goals in this league, or over the course of all competitions for us. He banged them in. But European football is something we really need to press on. That's great skill there by Kilty. He's in. Thompson gets his first goal for Rangers. And since I've taken charge, yeah, it's first ever goal for Rangers. Wow, from wing to wing. Absolutely amazing. We might not need, we do, between Josh Windass, he'll become a backup. He's going to be a backup left back as well. But Kilty, look at this, drew it off, skips past him, big ball in. Thompson, big header, in the back of the net. And the youngster scores. He's 21, he's not that young. Now we're looking all calm, a little bit complacent in Nielsen and Holt. But that's alright, that's almost suicidal defending. And that highlight, Greg Kilty is on for a hat-trick of assists. Jason Holt's through, will he score? He doesn't score. And that's the problem I've got with Holt. I like my shadow strikers, when they're in that position, thump that ball in the net. That should have been an easy 4-0. Strand Larson ping-pongs it over the entirety of the Hamilton defence, and Hamilton have actually really collapsed here. Nielsen's having a, I don't know, I'm happy, I'm not happy. Weirdly, we're 60 minutes in, and Hamilton have not made a change. Also, well, they have made a bit of a tactical change. All they've done is moved the defenders about. I think they're getting torn to bits down the left hand side, so they've decided to put their less injured defender out there. Apart from that, Ali Crawford's done nothing for him. Surprised he's still there. And you look, I suppose, when you turn around and look at your bench and three of your 7 substitutes are all, you know, kind of injured. It's not the best, and then you've got to come back from a 3-0 defeat. There we go, they've actually made one, and all they've done is put on an injured player. Oh, they've made 2 other sounds. They've brought on Redmond and Bingham up front. I don't think it's going to make a difference. We're not collapsing now. Nielsen and Strand Larson, he's not done much, but he has run around, so there's that. Nielsen's just kind of the backup, because we know if Rossiter gets injured and Jack gets sent off, we've really got no one, because Dijan's more of a defender for us more than a Herrera goes for a wee toe poke. Doesn't quite work out for him, but that we've started our title defence off very well. Thompson skips past players. Strand Larson is nowhere. He's a bit slow. You can see why AC Milan didn't actually pick him up. We got him on the cheap though, ish. So we'll see. Anyway, that's a brilliant way to start. Better than it was last season. Absolutely delighted. He actually got worse, but hey, new league, tougher league than I don't know. But I don't want to say it's a tougher league than our region league. But oh, Leon have signed Balotelli. He's had more clubs than I've had cooked dinners this week. He's old. But we just got to wait by the looks of things for this to load. Come on, come on. I think it's loading. There must be a lot. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now Ross County beating St Mirren as well. We're up the top. Lovely old job. Classic Kelty. Baxter. Who's Baxter? Alright. Who's Kyle Jacobs? Okay. No. No. Right. We were going to look at transfers. We'll just go into the Premier League and we'll start at the top. Aberdeen's transfer history this season. Wow, okay. They've done a little bit of business. In fact, they've done quite a lot of business this season. I'm not going to have a look in depth at them too much, but certain players we'll have a look at. So, 2 loanees out. They brought in Fraser Fye. That's pretty much him there. All round okay. Gamboa. Striker up front. Yeah, half decent. Tyke Wilson on loan. They've bought him from Man City on a free and then just automatically stuck him out. Okay. Thomas O'Wear. His heading is good, I suppose. Obviously Lee Hodgson, we'll have another quick look at him. Can play and operate on either side. Ross Wallace, the Burnley, Sheffield Wednesday, Preston, Celtic and Sunderland winger. You've actually probably got quite a good acquisition at 33. A bit old. And Ryan McLaughlin as well from... he's actually quite a good player. I'm surprised. They got him from Oldham. Okay, he didn't do much in League 1, but he's there. So that's Aberdeen's. Look at Celtic and you can see... Yes. This is a golf, but we did beat them twice. So, and we won the league. So, lol, I guess. We'll look at the frees. Moussa Dembele being the biggest. The probably biggest talisman. 22. Yeah, maybe shouldn't have really got rid of him if you have a look at his career stats. 14 and 24 is not a bad return. He scored 23 and 33 plus 9. Yeah, it may be a mistake to get rid of him, to be quite honest. Also, one of their better left backs. Again, shouldn't have got rid of him. 25 and 1, but 7.2. He's actually been quite consistent. 23 and 1, 24 and 1, 25 and 1, and he's yet to play. I know he's played 4 games for Man City, but and then the rest is not Nader Chiefty. Everyone knew that was just gone out. Never even heard of Oliver Neacham. Did they not bring him in like January? I want to say that, or maybe not. I can't quite remember. It just says he's in. It doesn't say if he was free or didn't disclosed. Hard to tell. Jamie McCart and Mark Hill, also just a couple of loans. In their ins is Robert Boer, or Boer. His name French, he's German. Again, left back replacement, I'm guessing for Tierney. 23, he's not bad, he's actually quite good. Leskovic, centre defender from Dynamo. Again, no bad. This has got to be the replacement for Kieran Tierney. Don't know why you would go from a 19-20-year-old sensation and a hot prospect to 27-year-old Chilean. That stats look half decent. Got him in from Hanover. From I think it's Kavilla, the Jordanian from. It's not even Jordanian. It's from Georgian, I think it is. Again, brought in centre backs, and the centre backs are not bad. Paul Andre Haaland from Rosenborg. Again, winners 28. Decent, very good. Patrick Roberts has brought in on loan again. Don't know why they've got a thing for Patrick Roberts, but I'm guessing there's going to be a time they don't. They brought in Danny Simpson, fair enough, but 31, more of a holiday for him. They brought in Matt Migza, who, if I remember, is the 23-year-old American central defender. Again, that's a lot of defenders they've brought in. They've brought in a lot of defenders. Brian Oviedo, they've really stacked that left side with oldish players compared to what they've had. It's a It's a mind boggler actually. Scott Smith they brought in, I guess, as a youth prospect. I'm guessing Pedro Galiz is the same. No, he's a goalkeeper. Okay, but that's Celtic for you. Dundee, we're now just going to run through these because they don't actually have much. Pedro, Rafa Jorda, Manuel Rena, Gabriel Quicho, Sergio Roberto, not that one, Baldo, Josh Wright and Robert Aham Persson, and Nicky Lowe and Marcus Haber went out. Hamilton brought in Bernati, Kyle Jacobs, which we've seen, Khan we've seen, Grant Nelson, I think we've seen Lentz and Dempsey, and no one went out. Prince 74. So you can see this is why I'm not really going through them too much. Clark Robertson from Blackpool, Callum Booth, Matt Mills, Christian Borges, and the marquee signing was Alan Hutton at 33. Could do a job. And now just a few loans, not a lot to talk about there. They didn't bring in any money. Hibs also went kind of big. They brought in Tazaviv, Carl Anderson, which he was at Aberdeen, Michael Donoghue from Fleetwood, Lee Irwin they bought from Kilmarnock, Luke Heim, I think was, yeah, Ipswich. So, yeah, we all remember Luke Heim from my Ipswich save. Nah, I think we all remember J. Emmanuel Thomas as well. Was he there last season? No, he wasn't. He was way back when I kind of started playing Football Manager. But yeah, that's their marquee signing. We didn't actually have a marquee signing, we just bought players that we needed. Motherwell brought in Trugex, Ledeski, Elliott, Loft and the Vet. Again, one out on a free. Never really got sold anyone. Patrick Russell made money in this, quite. Yeah, they brought in Matthew Kennedy, Joseph, Josh and then Joe, and then Joseph McPherson and Anthony Ralston comes in, going out. Absolutely made a little bit of a killing. First two, Lynch and McGinn don't. Callum Booth and Christy Elliott went out for money. Obviously us, Greg Kelty, Miguel Quintango, Strand Larson, Nielsen in for 2 point, and then out. We're so far, I think, Deb's 21 on to 35 or 25 to 31. We might be in the same ballpark as with Celtic, although ours is a little bit smaller. Ross County just brought everyone in on a free, apparently. Just why not? Hippolyte, Adelcom, Dimitrovic. They've brought in names I can't pronounce. I think they know I can't pronounce really awkward names. Andrea that guy. Jordi Dellum, Calvin Miller, Ben Hall. Saints have brought in a few players as well. Again, they spent loads of money and haven't really went back to it. Jamie Lindsay, Harry Forrester, Gavi Oliver, David Mitchell, Harry Suter. Is he the brother of John Suter? Now that's a... I wonder if that's an interesting one. I wonder. We'll soon, oh, wrong one. I wonder. I think Brian Suter came from... Not Brian Suter. John Suter, I think, came from Dundee United to Hearts. I need to look into that. I'll get back to you. Delvin Mackay, Declan McDonald, Paul Gallagher and Brian Eardley. St Mirren, the last team, didn't really buy anyone in. They just went for the... No, they brought in a couple of our old players. And Mati Zata, Fair Dues and Andy Dallas. Never really played them. Alan Lithgow and David Wilson come in with... Yeah, not much to speak about going out. And that, my friends, is that. Oh, yeah, I'll just let it forward a day. Let's see if there's any major news, updates, you name it. Told you it's a little bit of an extra long episode. Always is, traditional. First, if not, hopefully it's not going to be an hour long. If it is, it is. There we go. I'll probably try and cut out a little bit of this, maybe. But, as you can see, the videos are coming back regular. Which is always good to know. Not very professional though, but they do come out. Oh, Oh, my Outlook account settings are out of date apparently. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. Oh, well, good job I did forward it, because we've got to transfer. No, Candace is back. Nah, it's a loan offer from me. I don't know why they're always coming in for that. So, schedule. We will come back for the Patrick Thistle St Johnstone game. So guys, until we take a trip to Ibrox, weirdly, again, for 2 home games, I will love yous and leave yous. Remember to like, comment, subscribe below. Sorry for the pause, I yawned again. So until then, I'll love yous and leave yous. And it's bye for now.